To coincide with the release of Jurassic World Dominion, a number of merchandise was released for the film, which is common for Jurassic Park movies. I think most Jurassic fans would agree that the merchandise is actually part of the nostalgia and part of what they love about the series. There's been a lot of really interesting merchandise released for the series, but I think my favorite that I've seen so far is the special Trix Cereal Trix Trax with marshmallows, which, yes, is a Jurassic World cereal. So on today's Jurassic Quick Vid, I'm going to be eating, talking about, and reviewing the Trix Trax Jurassic World cereal.
Stars and Stripes!
Hello and welcome to another Carrot Scraps video, and by another I mean the 134th. So as a Jurassic fan, when I'm walking around any kind of store, especially when there's a new Jurassic film out, I'm always keeping my eye out for any kind of merchandise, and when I saw this Trix cereal, I just had to pick it up. Although I will say I was lucky enough to get this on clearance, and I think it was on sale initially, and even that price was cut back, so I guess people aren't enjoying this Jurassic cereal. Now, I'm not going to be eating the cereal in this video, although in some of the B-roll footage I'm eating off camera, but rest assured I've tried the cereal multiple times before sitting down to record. I even wrote down a bunch of cereal-related notes. I don't know if this needs to be said, but full disclosure, I don't drink dairy, so I had silk milk with my cereal in this video. Look, I just don't want to be accused of any cereal bias here, so I'm putting all my chips on the table. Anyway, without further ado, let's talk about the Trix Trax Jurassic World cereal. So the cereal is called Trix Trax. I don't know if there's a better name for this cereal, but I certainly have a feeling in my gut that there is. I think somebody had mentioned on my Twitter that Jurassic Trax or maybe Jurassic Trix would have been better, and I feel like I agree. Trix Trax just feels a little random. I don't know, I guess Trax, T-R-A-X, is like tracks, T-R-A-C-K-S, which, you know, dinosaurs leave behind. I don't know, I don't really understand the name, but I certainly think that there's a better name out there. Now, when it comes to the box art, we have this just super excited Trix Rabbit looking at a T-Rex. I don't think that that's Rexy. The color, I'm honestly not sure if it's meant to be the kind of iconic tan or if it's supposed to be a more green shade. Little battle damaged, but I don't think this is a familiar T-Rex to the series. I think this is a, you know, a similar design, illustrated, but no T-Rex that we're aware of. But I definitely think that the Trix Rabbit should be a little more frightened of this T-Rex, but perhaps this means that the Trix Rabbit possesses greater power than we ever could have anticipated. Although maybe the Trix Rabbit is just, I'm misidentifying their emotion. Maybe they're not excited, maybe they're just terrified, and they're one of those people who laugh when they're scared. I don't know. Either way, they're holding this great bowl of cereal, the T-Rex is coming in, and they even have a park uniform on, which is pretty cool. On the back of the box, we have something that isn't unique to just this cereal. There were a number of other cereals that didn't change anything about, like, the food itself. They just kind of changed the packaging. For example, I think I had Lucky Charms and Honey Nut Cheerios, Jurassic World Dominion, you know, advertised on the front. And on the back, it had this same kind of cutout thing. So this isn't just for this new cereal. It's for any kind of Jurassic cereal marketing. But on the back, you get this kind of layout where you can cut out like landscapes, like these trees, these helicopters, and then also these dinosaurs, and then you have a space for your phone. So I guess the idea is that there's like a forced perspective where you can kind of film these two-dimensional images, and it'll look, allegedly, right? It'll look like a large dinosaur on camera, which, I don't know, I think that's fun. I think when it comes to cereal and when it comes to what I want to, you know, look at the back of my cereal box, I think I prefer the crossword puzzle or the, you know, the maze or the, you know, Where's Waldo style, like, looking game. I think I prefer that stuff rather than an activity. But I mean, this is cool. This is better than nothing. You get these cool little illustrated dinosaurs. So, you know, that's pretty neat. Now let's get to the main event and talk about the cereal itself. So it seems as if it's just, let me see, like regular, no, okay, so it's actually completely replaced. I thought it was regular Trix with some new shapes mixed in, but no, there are 3 shapes here. You have this kind of dinosaur footprint, I assume presumably a T-Rex footprint, which I guess is the Trax of the Trix Trax name. And then you have 2 marshmallows, one which looks like just a white egg, and then the other one, I honestly have no idea. Maybe it's meant to be a stegosaurus or a leaf. I have no idea, but it's another marshmallow. And then that's basically the entirety of the cereal. And you have different colors for each of the dinosaur footprints, but there's none of the traditional Trix shapes. It's more so the traditional Trix flavor with the new kind of added marshmallows, which to my knowledge is not common to Trix. Now, full disclosure, when I first tried this cereal, I posted on Twitter that I didn't like it very much and that it tasted very odd. It had a weird aftertaste. That is all completely false, because it turned out that our milk, for whatever reason, just wasn't good. It wasn't expired, but for some reason it was just bad milk. We don't need to get too deep into that. It ruined the experience of trying Trix Trax for the first time. But that meant that the cereal had an opportunity to get a second impression from me. And I am very happy to say that after my second impression with the cereal, I think it's great. I think it's a good cereal. I will say that it's not much different than regular Trix. I don't eat Trix, pretty regularly. It's not a cereal that I frequent. So I can't really say how, if I'm a regular Trix eater, if this is gonna make a big difference to me. But for me, it was really nostalgic because I ate Trix more when I was younger, so it was kind of nice eating this cereal and having kind of a flood of nostalgia from a bunch of different places. Not Jurassic places, it wasn't Jurassic nostalgia, but it was childhood nostalgia that was pretty cool. I feel like taste and food and even scent can kind of bring you back. There's some of the strongest nostalgia kicks that you can get. And so it was really cool to unexpectedly eat basically Trix with marshmallows and get this blast from the past. So I really liked that, but I don't think that really has anything to do with the cereal. To me, it just tasted like regular Trix. I will say that the marshmallows are good. The marshmallows are fine. I do like Lucky Charms. I eat Lucky Charms, not regularly, but definitely more often than Trix. I eat at least one box of that a year, and the marshmallows feel very similar to that. But I will say, even though the cereal is good, it's definitely not bad. I definitely am not a fan of the marshmallows mixed with Trix. I think there's just something about that mix that I don't like. I think, as a kid, you kind of I would at least. I would separate the marshmallows from the oats. When it came to Lucky Charms, but the oats are there for a reason. There's an important balancing act going on, and Trix Trax kind of ruins that balance. Not irreparably. Again, it's not a bad cereal. It's actually quite good. I thought it was really good. But it's not something that I would necessarily say oh, this is my favorite. I want to eat this more frequently. It's a little much having so much of the Trix cereal and then so much of the marshmallow cereal. But that's basically, that's the long and short of my thoughts, is that it's good. It gave me a lot of nostalgia, which I loved, but it's a little much mixing the marshmallows with the regular Trix. If I was going to give a rating to Trix Trax out of 20, which as we all know is a normal way to rate things, everybody knows this, everybody does this, I don't even need to describe this, we just all rate things out of 20. If I was going to give this a ranking out of 20, I'd probably give it I'm leaning between a 14 out of 20. I think I'm going to stick with a 14 out of 20. I almost gave it a 13, but I feel like that's too harsh. It's a good cereal. It's all right. I think if you're, picking between Trix and you like Trix and you want to try this out, I think it's a definite try. I think you should definitely try this, especially if you're a Jurassic Park fan, Jurassic World fan, just for fun. You know what I mean? There's no downside here. I like the cereal. I think it's good. It's just, not great. It's a little odd. It's a little much, but it's not bad. So I give it a 14 out of 20, and I highly recommend you check it out, especially if you are a Jurassic fan. I do wish that the back had some more fun adventures. I just dropped the box. I do wish that the back had some more fun adventures. I also wish, I love cereal from my childhood and the stuff that would come with it. I wish we got a CD-ROM. Wouldn't that be cool if we got a short, brief little game, or even a toy? One or the other would have been really nice. But instead, we just get the cereal, which is good, and then the kind of cutouts on the back. Anyway, so those are my thoughts on the Trix Trax cereal. I was really excited to talk about this. I just picked this up on my own, like I mentioned, and I tried it on my own, had a bad first experience, and then when it was time for my second experience, I was like, you know what? How often do I get to talk about, a new Jurassic cereal? And so I thought this would be a great installment of, Jurassic quick vids on the channel. So hopefully, I get to find some other cool stuff. I'd love to review more stuff like this, weird, kind of trivial, silly merchandise like this when it comes to the Jurassic franchise, whether it's food or not. I definitely want to do more of this kind of stuff in the future. But yeah, so I was excited to talk about this, and I hope you enjoyed. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If for some reason you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and to subscribe to my channel for more. As regular viewers know, I make a variety of content on the channel, and I'm always going to make the videos that I want to make. But if you see something you enjoy, make sure to let me know, and I'll try to prioritize that kind of content in the future. If you want to watch me play video games live, typically on Twitch, I stream superhero games like Midnight Suns, Marvel Snap, and Marvel's Avengers, in addition to the occasional horror game like Resident Evil. So if that sounds interesting to you at all, check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/carrotscraps. And all my other social media, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, are at carrotscraps as well. So I want to thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Speaking of the Trix rabbit being potentially scared or excited, and potentially being a powerhouse, this is a video I've wanted to do for a long time and just never have. Ranking the most powerful cereal mascots. This is something that has possessed me for a long time. I talk about it with friends. I bring it up all the time. I ask people what they think the most powerful cereal mascot is. And definitely looking at this box where the Trix rabbit is potentially not even frightened by a T-Rex, that definitely gives me some new information. That's a video I want to do in the future, so I guess look forward to that.